It's Hawkey, and welcome to Alone, the podcast where we always live outside normal expectations. And I want to talk again. Man, I want to tell y'all young niggas, don't let that ego get you fucked up in the game. This motherfucker Benedict Benedict Matherin. I think I'm saying that right. The said some Holland shit, said like shout out to LeBron, talking about he gonna have to show me he the greatest. First off, little nigga, watch your mouth. That's my class of '03 Spring Hill, brother. Nigga. One floor down. You know what I mean? 1180 Renchard Lane. Same elevator, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I ain't know the nigga was gonna turn out to be the greatest when we was then. When we was little niggas. And I probably would have played my hand different. I ain't gonna play no different. You know the nigga that you crossing paths with all the time about to be the greatest in the world, you'd have probably stuck around a little bit. You know what I mean? But shit, we here nor there. He know who I am though. But that's neither here nor there. We ain't here to talk about that. Talk about how y'all niggas sometimes, and it's happened in all the sports, motherfuckers get too much of this before putting in that work. Like the nigga ain't even played a game yet. Ain't even got to summer camp and really got to put no work in, and you get to hollering about the greatest of all time. Have you looked at the stat lines? This nigga 20 years old from Canada. Played 2 years in Arizona. Averaged 17.7 points, 2.6 assists, 5.6 rebounds. That was just last season. And for real, I didn't know who he was until I read this article, so I did some background. The nigga a beast. I ain't gonna say in college he was doing his thing. Now that's in college. You were in the big leagues. Now when Brian was still a teenager, stepped up to the big leagues, he stepped up and put in work. It wasn't no, you know what I'm saying? It since the day he came in the league, they was questioning how much of the greatest he was gonna be. Like, you wasn't even the greatest in college. This nigga was the number 6 pick. You wasn't even the greatest player in college. And you holler. And I mean, I get it. You about to get a whole bunch of followers. Your social media about to get exploded on. Because everybody about to want to see this. We can't wait till the schedule come out. Motherfuckers buying tickets to that immediately, so you better show out. Don't be a Greg Oden. You wasn't even the number 1 pick. But don't be a Greg Oden. Don't fuck around and end up not nothing in the league, nigga, because I don't know what your work ethic is. You a beast in college, but what you gonna do now that you getting them checks? See, them checks is what's gonna tell you something. Because a lot of these motherfuckers come to the league and they check players. They worked hard as fuck to get to that position, but now they there, all they want to do is just maintain it. They don't need to be on the news, nothing like that. Them check players, and ain't nothing wrong with them. But when you get out here talking to the greatest, and in this world you doing the right thing, you getting clout on you, you want people to come and see you. The Patriots about to make a little extra money just because of what you said. You know what I mean? But you can't. I mean, first off, like, this nigga is 6'6", 210. You too little. You too little for Brian, bro. We talk about a 6'9", 250 solid titanium train. God damn it, like, you seen big man that get out the way when this nigga going full speed. You seen like this nigga can play from the 1 to the 5, my nigga, like, cause you got a little skills, little ball handling, little jumper and shit. You think he really think ain't no player better than him. And I think you got the right mindset. And everybody need to have a mindset that they the best at what they do. And they should feel like they're the best at what they do. But at some point, you got to have a humbling experience, because if you're willing to do 100 laps, it's somebody out there willing to do 101. My favorite story is the Kobe Bryant story. I can't even remember a player who was telling the story. I think it was Gilbert Arenas. I don't know. But he said he came into the gym and Kobe was already in there in a dead sweat. He worked out for a while and was about to go. So Kobe was still working out, still like game in a dick, like working. And so we sat and watched him for another 30 minutes. I was like, damn, fuck that, I'm out of here. So they ended up playing the nigga the next day, and the nigga put up 40. He asked Kobe after the game, like, shit, why was you going so hard like that in the gym? The nigga literally said, I saw you in there. I wanted you to know that no matter how hard you work, I'm willing to work harder. So this why I say everybody gotta have their slice of humble pie. Because like even like the Floyd Mayweather and shit, they may have got their humble pie early, and they talking is more part of the marketing strategy. You know what I mean? Like people love a person like Muhammad Ali did it. Like these are not people that are like feel like they're above the game. They feel like they've done the work. They've done the work, proven the work. That's what they not just done the work. They have proven the work to say some of the things they say in a marketing strategy sense. You know what I mean? Like in the day to day, they probably don't talk that type of like rah rah all the time with they wants. You know what I'm saying? They trainers and shit like that. But you motherfuckers that, you know what I'm saying, want to question and get clickbait, like, yeah, like, all right, click this way. Come see this fight because I'm hollering, because I'm saying this, because, yeah, this was going to happen. You know what I mean? So I get it. But you're going to have to put out. You should have put in some work. You should have, you know what I'm saying, filled in a little bit more of your resume before you called out the owner, nigga, like the boss man. Like, everybody know LeBron run the league, bro. Ain't no team he been on, he ain't took. So, I mean, the Lakers probably is the least satisfying, like, probably place he's been as far as his record or something like that. But anyway, he's still the man of the league, still putting up 30 points a game at 37 years old. This nigga almost twice your age. And he still putting up more work than you, like, so you better come with it, bro. You gotta come with it. And I love them little instant karma or instant regret or regret videos they be having online when the motherfucker get to talking shit. I love them in boxing because the nigga get put to sleep talking all that shit and get put to sleep. Destroy your ass. Let your ego get you fucked up in the game. Yeah, well, I hope you in there. I hope Benedict. I hope your ass is taking 150,000 shots a week, bro. I hope you are running 7,000 laps. They said Kobe did 40-mile bike rides. You need to do that daily. If you feel like you're going to be better than the greatest now, you better overwork yourself, my nigga. Overwork yourself, nigga. Because you ain't David going against Goliath, nigga. You like David as a teenager going against Goliath. Like, so yeah. For real. I thought that shit was funny as hell, motherfucker said some dumbass shit like that. That nigga like LeBron, like, bro, shout out, bro. Like, we grew up in literally the same building. He stayed on the 6th floor, I stayed on the 5th floor. We both hooped. I went to St. V's basketball camps. So it's not like I don't know where this motherfucker then came from. Like, so, and back then I didn't know the nigga was gonna be a hooper he is now. I done tried to dunk on the nigga and shit, like, you know what I'm saying, in camps and shit, used to get us in trouble, have us doing laps and shit, but shit, it is what it is. But the truth is, the nigga done put in so much work, so much dedication into his body and his health that he gonna be ready for you. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be ready for you. So I hope you matching that energy. You know what I mean? So on a life note, man, when you putting stuff out there, when you saying stuff out there, like, I love humble pie. I'm a person, I stay humble. I stay to myself. A lot of people don't know a lot of the things that I'm skilled at because I don't feel like these things should be hollered to the masses. Like, for what? What am I proving by saying I can do this or that with you? You know what I'm saying? Unless we're talking to, you're a person that's furthering this craft, you know what I mean? Or you have actual interest in it. Like, I'm not a person that just, like, I'm an open book, but I don't just openly share everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you got questions about me, if you feel some kind of way about me, I'll speak openly to you about it. I'll speak openly to you why I feel certain ways and what things that I've been through. Like, I don't have no shame in my game about, like, how I live. Like, girls meet me, I tell them I got fucking 4 white baby moms and 6 kids. You know what I mean? So it's not. I mean, I got 5 baby moms altogether. But when people see that, they judge me. But I don't care about that. This is my life. The things that I've been through made me the person I am today. So I've had so many slices of humble pie just in life. Like, because I wasn't a person that just needed to boast myself, but I had a high standard. I held myself to high standards, and I kind of got cocky with them sometimes, and you kind of just be like, oh, I'll be all right, I'll be able to do this, and I put myself in situations that I could have prevented. You know what I mean? But in life, man, you gotta realize that there's always somebody going through something worse than you, coming out of a situation harder than you, and that's willing to put in just that much more work than you. Like, you just, I mean, if you put that in your mind, it makes you push to your absolute best. You see what I'm saying? Believe that, but believe it, bro. Because I thought what I was doing was crazy workouts at the gym. I thought what I was doing was crazy, like insane workouts when people were telling me. But then I got to being a YouTube freak about workouts, and I started realizing these niggas been crazy since kids. I just started working out a couple years ago. So, like, imagine the work they putting in, and they've been doing this since they've been like 11, 12, 7 years old. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I thought because the people around me told me I was strong, and I was stronger than the average person or talented than the average person, that I thought it meant something in the grand scheme. So I didn't work as hard as I thought as I should have if I'd have always believed that somebody was working harder than me. You know what I mean? There's always there's always another step you could take it. And we all get to that point. We all have been to that point where we get there and we're like, this gotta be enough. I'm tired, I'm hurting, it's gotta be enough. But what if you did keep going? Like that, what if you did keep going? Me and my friend Joe, shout out to Joe Jellico, me and my Joe and Jay Dennis, we talked about this all the time. We talk about how um, when we doing stuff like when we doing stuff like remaining humble and I done lost track of what I'm saying, trying to give shout outs and shit, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, you have to understand that like somebody's always going through something that may seem like overbearing or even overwhelming. You know what I mean? So like when we work on the thing and we talk about the workouts, back to what I was saying, remember. So me and Joe we do exercises, so an ab workout. And you know, you working out in the pain, you get that burning sensation. What if you just didn't stop? Would your body break? Would like we just talking about stuff like crunches. Like there we ain't talking about stuff like if you're doing squats and your body can't lift you up anymore, you're done. When you're doing like but you can keep going to your body like you'll have that burn. You'll have that pain. And then you'll keep going. Like if the, what threshold are you willing to push to? Like, you know what I mean? So don't believe that you have worked enough. There's never a point. Even LeBron, you see how much time and effort he puts into off season and while he in season to being the person he is now. Um, so it's not something you can gain to a certain level and just remain there and don't have to worry about like putting in the work. Like I have overcome everybody. I am Shang Tsung in the game. There's nobody better than me from here on out. And I'm gonna be able to beat everybody forever. That's not how it goes. Like you will be better than the people than your peers. You will be better in situations and you will be better in dealing with situations through experience, but you'll never be just ultimately the greatest. Like, cause you can't defeat everybody. No boxer can beat everybody. No UFC fighter can beat every fighter. No hooper can beat every hooper. Not one on one, not in a team. You can put all the Magic Johnsons and shit together. There's going to be a game that a team is going to play at their utmost best and beat that team. So there is no limit you can get to that says like you have surpassed everyone, you can relax. No. So Benedict, I hope you working, my guy. And I hope everybody out here working to be the best person that they can possibly be, the best version of the person you can imagine yourself to be. Me and my friends became who we are because we imagined it was possible to become superheroes. We imagined that it was possible to do these great feats that even the superheroes and people hadn't done yet. And now we see it's actually happening on a regular. We wasn't the only people believing this. You know what I mean? Belief that these can get better, but had the confidence to work hard enough to get there. You know what I mean? Don't ever think you'd have made it to the top. There is no top unless you ascend into light being into the sky. That's it. But as long as you're on this earth, you should always be fighting to be the best version of you. Always imagine that there's a person, even if that person is another version of you that you imagine, that's one step ahead of you. That's one push-up further than you. That's one podcast ahead of you, one song ahead of you, one post ahead of you. If these are the things you put in, that you put your passions into, you need to go at them full force. Always imagine that there's somebody not only right there in front of you, but right there behind you, because that's the truth of behind it. There's always going to be somebody in front of you and behind you. There's always going to be somebody done worse to get to where they at, got through worse to get where you're at. So never beat yourself up or give yourself so many excuses and tell yourself this and this couldn't happen because of this. Because best believe there's somebody that has fought through that, and you would look at them like, how did you do it? How? But when you're in a situation, you just do what you have to. So remain humble. Humbleness, I think, is the most powerful tool going around in like socially in society, because people, when you tell people everything about you, that's when you get a lot of envious people. That's when, like, the people get riled and stuff. That's the people that need to show everybody about everything about them. Everything. Look who's great about me. Look who this and that. And like, I'm better than you and this person because of this and that. No, it's not that. We are the same person, just willing to do different things for the different passions that we have. You know what I mean? Some people are not willing to go as far as you're willing to go for what you're doing, even if they feel like that's something they do. That may not be your passion. You also got to look in that. Be honest about your passion. Don't just look for something that looks cool for everybody else, and looks cool to everybody else, and what makes all this money. Look what really brings you joy. It ain't got to be like, oh, I'm helping people. Like, everybody want to have this upstanding, morally conscious, like socially moral, acceptable, like statement behind what they do. Like, who gives a fuck? If it's for money, be the best money grabber that is. Like that if that's it, be that. If it's for attention, get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I say, even in them perspectives, in them avenues that you chase, be humble. You know what I mean? And I don't think I initially intended this to be about humbleness. I'm looking at my notes and I ain't write humble in here at all, but it just made me think about like how you can get beyond yourself and end up tripping yourself up and setting yourself back. You know what I mean? You get ahead of yourself, trip yourself up, and end up falling back. So like, I've always been a type that just I work on me for me, so it's not for me to display it to you. You know what I mean? So that's not what I'm out in the world to do. I don't impress, I express. I am who I am, And that's it. Not because of what you said or what this person said or what this person did, but what I went through. I am the person I am because I what I went through, and I think I am a great person because of the things that I got through. So, but I will always constantly remind my kids and everybody like, don't get ahead of yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait till this season. Basketball, my shit. I'm more excited about football. Browns Nation, baby. But that's all we got today. I got a little off the topic. I even thought I was going on, but shit, we here to talk, right? So whatever comes up, we come up. We gonna do some more shadow work the next episode. Like I've been doing a lot of thinking. I want to talk about that next time. But thank you for tuning in again to Alone, the podcast. Hockey!